So I recently dealt with something no homeowner should ever have to say out loud. Fake HOA cops stormed my land and tried to force me to sell it. And the reason? A forged real estate listing. They called it a voluntary zoning transition. I called it what it was, a land grab. They thought I was vulnerable, alone. But they didn't know a former Navy SEAL was coming for them. And the moment he showed up, that was when everything changed. Let me start from the beginning. It happened on a Thursday. 3 men walked up my porch like they already owned the place. They wore dark navy uniforms, no logos. No names, just blank badges, tactical boots, and clipboards gripped like they were ready for combat. The one in front leaned forward and tapped the screen door with his pen. "Are you the property owner of Parcel 48? He asked. I blinked. "Sorry, is that code for my house?" He didn't laugh. None of them did. They claimed to be compliance officers for something called the Network Preservation and Zoning Authority. I hadn't heard of it because it wasn't real. The guy in the middle, buzz cut and clipboard, started rattling off violations like Scripture, Subsection C, Article 12 illegal fencing, improper land division, obstruction of proposed public access. None of it existed in any real book of law. I told them politely that this land had been in my family since 1921. We weren't part of any HOA. I'd never heard of any zoning authority. Then the tall one leaned in and said, "We know your husband's still deployed." That was when everything changed. I didn't flinch, didn't move, but my heart started sprinting. He stepped back, smirked. 30 days to vacate the southern acreage, ma'am. Voluntarily, or we begin enforcement. I took the envelope. Didn't even look at it. Just watched them walk back to a black SUV with no plates, no markings. Just tinted windows and the stench of something wrong. After they left, I sat on the kitchen floor for 10 minutes without moving. When I was 11, our family lost our first farm. Same type of men. Same threats. Same tactics. Back then, I didn't understand. Now I did. It wasn't about zoning. It was about power. I called the sheriff. Told him everything. He sighed. "Yeah, they've been showing up all over the county," he said. "They found a loophole. Emergency zoning provisions. They're pressuring owners to voluntarily forfeit land. If you let them, they take it." I spent the day checking fences, rereading deeds, digging out my father's old survey maps. I didn't feel safe. I felt like I was stalling. At 3:18 a.m., I texted my husband Jack. "I need you home." No answer. Just 3 dots. Then nothing. By morning, pink flags dotted our southern field. New ones. Neon orange stakes with plastic tags. Pending public use review. Then Dan showed up. Camo cargo pants. Crocs. GoPro strapped to his head. He looked like a conspiracy theorist who won the lottery. "Seen the new flags?" he asked. I nodded. They rolled through at 2:41 a.m. 2 trucks. 1 drone. No lights. Dan was right. Paranoid. But not wrong. That night, I heard quiet footsteps. No headlights. Just movement. I didn't check. I grabbed the emergency phone and whispered, "They're here. And they think I'm alone." Jack didn't knock. Didn't text. Just opened the front door like he never left. Dust in his hair. Mud on his boots. Eyes sharp. "Where's your rifle?" he asked. "Closet," I whispered. He racked the chamber. Laid it on the table. Then he said, "Talk." So I did. Everything. The fake zoning officials. The threats. The envelope. He didn't speak. Just flipped through the pages like they were war intel. "This isn't paperwork," he muttered. "It's intimidation in 12-point font." Dan brought footage the next morning. Thermal camera. Trespassers crossing at 2:38 a.m. One kneeling near the irrigation valve. Another by the barn. "Tactical probing," Jack said. "Testing your response time." Then the message escalated. A rabbit. Skinned. Nailed to our fence post. A note, "Leave or more will die." Jack examined it like evidence. "This isn't about land anymore," he said. "It's about sending a message." Then the barn burned. No warning. No sirens. Just flames. I ran barefoot trying to save the animals. Jack tackled me down. "You go in there, I lose you too." A propane tank blew. Sky flared white. The fire department arrived too late. Volunteer crew. No answers. Just sympathy and the same story. This wasn't the first barn to burn lately. We found a hidden camera near the ruins. Live feed. They were watching us. We escalate now, Jack said. Make them regret every inch they stepped over. He turned our house into HQ. Dan set up a surveillance command center in the laundry room. I ran trenches for motion sensors and planted false signs. Then we launched our trap. A fake listing. Just enough wrong details to lure them in. A burner email got a response within hours. Interested in cash offer. Please advise. Bait taken. They came again. 3 men. 1 woman. Clipboard. Blazer. Vice President of Elm Tree Revitalization. This property was listed as unclaimed, she said. Jack didn't blink. By who? One man cracked. Talked. Said he didn't sign up for this. Mentioned arson. Surveillance. We recorded everything. You're not here to negotiate, I said. You're here to check if we're scared yet. We showed them the folder, county records, shell companies, falsified titles. Every displaced family. Every forged document. All tied to your name. Dan added, it's on Reddit too. The scanner guy walked away. Again. You won't get away with this, Paige snapped. You won't get the chance, I replied. They left. The sheriff showed up an hour later. Quiet. Walked the perimeter. You documented everything? He asked. Yes. Good. Don't be the one holding the hammer when they call it a weapon. The land was quiet for 3 days. Too quiet. Then a new orange stake appeared. Fresh. Unlabeled. Like a calling card. A few weeks later, Dan found a legal brief on his truck dashboard. No return address. Inside, a flyer. Phase 2. Target, unincorporated territories. No logo. Just one signature. Patrick Delaney. Regional Strategist. Elm Tree Revitalization Group. Handwritten in red ink across the bottom, next time, we don't knock.